Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to start unit number 3rd. The name of the unit is ICT skills. Yes, my dear students, ITC stand for Information and Communication Technology. We start unit number 3rd, that is basic ICT skills. All of you know that ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Means in this unit we will discuss what kind of services we can take with the help of ICT. Yes, my dear students, first all of you know that how we can use the ICT. First thing is there, suppose that you want to purchase anything from internet. That service comes under the category of your ICT. Means if you want to do the online shopping, online shopping is a part of your ICT skills. Number second, if you want to order food for you, that is also a part of ICTs, ordering food. Third point is here, if you want to pay utility bills, that is also a part of your ICT skills. Fourth one is if you want to take the appointment of doctor, this is also a part of your ICT skills. And the fifth one is, suppose that you want to use ICT for entertainment, means all of you play the PUBG and some other games are there. This is also a part of your ICT skills. Means for entertainment purpose, you can also use the ICTs, and in medical lines also they use the computers for MRI, CT scans. All these are called ICT skills. Means in your real life, wherever you use the ICT for complete your task, that is called ICT skills. Now, next point is here. Yes, sixth point is here. Suppose that you want to book your tickets for train and aeroplane, also used for booking tickets. Also we can use ICT. Next point is here, what kind of tools we can use for take the advantages of ICT skills. First tool is here, like your mobile. With the help of mobile, we can order the food, can book the ticket, and we can even play the games, and even we can book an appointment, and we can pay our utility bills with the help of Paytm and Google Pay. So many things are there. We can also do the online shopping with the help of mobile. Number second is here, tab is also a tool of ICT. And the third one is radio is a tool of ICT. And fourth one is your TV. And the fifth one is email. Email stands for your electronic mail. All these are the tools of ICT. Mobile, tab, radio, TV and emails. All these are the tools of ICT. Here your next session is basic components of computer system. Yes, my dear students, components means helping part of the computer system, like a keyboard, mouse, monitor and your cabinet. These are the components of computer system. Means when you want to work on computer system, these four are there, then you are able to do work on computer, like keyboard, mouse, monitor, cabinet. Next topic is here, what do you mean by hardware and software? As the name suggests, my dear students, hardware means the things which you can touch and feel, that is called hardware. Hardware means what? The things that you can touch and feel, that is called hardware. And software means the things that you can't touch and feel, that is called software. For an example, keyboard is there. You can touch that keyboard. That is called hardware. In the same way, mouse, your monitor, your cabinet, all these things are there that you can easily touch and feel. That is called hardware. In a similar way, software means the program that you install in your computer system, that is called software. For an example, you install MS Office in your computer, so that MS Office is called software. You can't touch. Suppose that you open Paint in your computer. Can you touch the Paint? Some students are saying that yes ma'am, we can touch the Paint. But beta, you can't touch the Paint. You just can touch the monitor screen. You can't touch the software of the Paint. Means the things that you can touch and feel, that is a part of hardware, like your keyboard, mouse, speaker, printer. All these are called hardware. Software are the group of programs by which you can do a particular task, like your MS Office, like your MS Paint, your Adobe Photoshop, and your Windows, your Window Media Player. All these are the part of your software that you can just work with that, but you can't touch that. That is called software. Next part is here, primary and secondary memory. Primary and secondary memory. Yes, my dear students, there are two types of memory, primary and secondary memory. Primary memory is also called temporary memory, and secondary memory is called permanent memory. Why we call the primary memory as a temporary memory? We just called it because suppose you are doing work on a computer and light goes off. Then what will happen? Whatever you write in computer system, it will delete it. But if you save that program, that will store in secondary memory, and whenever you open that file, you are able to open that particular file. That's why it is called secondary memory, and this is permanent memory. This is also called volatile memory. Volatile means if light switch off, then if your system power switch off, then the whatever work you have done, it will delete it, and whatever you store in secondary memory, it persists in your system as long as you can check that particular things. Next point is here, input, output and storage devices. Input, output and storage devices. Yes, my dear students, input means what? Input devices are those devices, with the help of that devices you can give input to the computer. For an example, you just type from the keyboard, instructions go to your monitor screen, that is called input device. Mouse is also called input device, like keyboard, mouse, scanner, light pen, joystick. All these are the parts of your input devices. With the help of input devices, you can give instructions to the computer. Next point is here, output devices. Output devices are those devices that gives us result. For an example, whatever task we perform, we see result where? We see result on monitor screen. That is called output devices. Like your monitor, printer, speakers. All these are the examples of output devices. Next point is here, storage devices. Storage, as the name suggests, in storage devices we can store our data like CD, DVD, pen drive, hard disk. All these are the storage devices where we can store our data. Next topic is your peripheral devices. Yes, my dear students, peripheral devices means what? Peripheral devices are those devices which we can directly connect to the CPU and then we can start work, like your keyboard. Keyboard have a wire, you just connect the keyboard from your CPU and after that you are able to do work with keyboard. peripheral devices are those devices which you can just connect to the cabinet, and after that these devices counts on functionality and you can perform tasks with the help of those devices. That is called peripheral devices. For an example, your light pen, your joystick, printer, speaker, plotters, all these are the examples of your peripheral devices.